All right. Hello, everyone. I am here with Marvin, the 13th person voted out of. Not me almost saying a sentence. Rewind. Hello, everyone. I am here with Marvin, the 13th person voted out, or in this case, deleted from the system, the sixth member of our jury. Um,
6 plus 2.
so, how are we doing, Marvin?
Um, I am perfectly fine with what happened because I was getting tired of being in a game, and not because of me not wanting to play anymore. It's just the people that I was with. It was getting tiring.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Like from the get-go, you started on OG Encrypt tribe, and you know, from production, like you played from the bottom. Let's take us through that. Like, let's talk about the pre-merge stage. You were never in the bottom, where you were never in the top, other than the alley vote.
Yeah, so like pre-merge, I think everyone was pretty much like on the same page with like Lawrence going. And I'm pretty sure with Lawrence going, I was talking to everybody. I was talking to Tanner. I was talking to Jazzy. I was talking to Morgan. I was talking to Allie. I was talking to Bruce, Chris Ann. Like I was literally Nick, obviously. I don't know if there's somebody else on that tribe. I'm not sure, but clearly, if I don't remember, they were irrelevant. But I felt like I was kind of in a good spot, but not like in a super good spot, just enough to make sure that I wasn't a name that was brought up. And things happen. Gianna comes over, they win immunity, and Gianna comes over. She decides to stay and votes with us. Cool, whatever. The outcome stays the same with Lawrence going. But then the next round, when Gianna ends up going, that's where I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I am not in as good of a position as I thought I was. And from there on out, I'm like, this is gonna be one of those games where I'm gonna have to be fighting from the bottom. And it was pretty damn clear that lines were drawn when that Gianna vote happened. And then I think I drew those lines even more when as soon as we found out that we lost, we're like, well, yeah, well, this is what's going to happen. I don't want Nick to go. This is what I want to happen. The only person that I can think of is to push that next round was Allie, because Allie did, in fact, end up stealing a vote. Yeah, she stole a vote, and then, which was unnecessary, if I'm going to be completely honest. And like it was just a waste of time there. And I think that's what happened is I blocked Tanner's vote and solidified and made those lines even deeper within the Encrypt tribe. And do I regret it? Absolutely not, because I was not going to let some people decide that they want to run the tribe, even though they did end up running the tribe or what is it, the folder. And yeah, I'm like, if I have to fight from the bottom, I'll fight from the bottom. It's not going to be the first time where I've fought from the bottom to go as far as I need to go.
All right. Well, let's move into the merge stage of the game. Once again, we see you fighting from the bottom. Take us through because there was countless of times at the recycling events where you've been very vocal, specifically calling people mice. Let's talk about that. Who are you trying to, who are these three blind mice?
So after, I think it was specifically after the Corey vote out, I'm like, there's people who are blindly following other individuals, and the people that I had pinned as the three blind mice because they're just kept every single time they got asked questions at tribal or at the recycling bins, and their responses were like, well, I'm just doing what someone else told me. Or in Susie's case, Susie was like just trying to deter away from what was actually going on during the recycling bin. And then Jonah was like pretty much never fucking there. So I'm like, well, clearly someone's running, being, what's it called? Leading these blind mice, and they're being blind, like I said, blindly following someone. And that person who I thought they were following was Bruce, because, like I said, in what I said at the last recycling bin I was at is that he was being a condescending asshole, and he was just, I don't know, I just didn't like the way that he was handling stuff, and I don't know, it's just disrespectful, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Not the way that he's playing the game, it's the way that he talks to people, and that's not something I respect in a game. And then there's Tanner. Tanner was just being used as a puppet by Bruce or somebody on that side, but primarily Bruce, I would believe.
All right. Well, now knowing the information you know now, has your opinions on the quote unquote 3 blind mice changed?
Yes. I was thinking that, Bruce was not one of them, when clearly Bruce was one of them all along, and it was obviously more people have been voted out since me getting voted out, and then Morgan got voted out the same night that I did, and she brought a whole shit ton of information to light, and I'm just like, whoa. I'm like, clearly it goes to show that she was playing a hell of a game, and I'm just like, I can't, I'm like, she made me eat my words there with calling her one of the 3 blind mice.
So that leads to my next question. Like, if you had a chance to go back into the game, obviously there's no buybacks. We're at final 3 now. Is there anything that you would have done differently?
No, honestly, I still would have played the exact same way I did. Clearly, me leading chats, like Morgan had stated to me earlier, or was it Tommy, or was it Jonah? I don't know. I think it was Jonah or Morgan had mentioned something about their surprise that me leaving the chats helped my game and helped me get further. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how I got to 6th place when I didn't talk to 3 people at a certain point in the game, which is mind-blowing, especially if I'm voted the worst social game. I don't know. I wouldn't like I would not change anything, because I play how each game I see fit. I don't know how to say it. I just play the game how I see fit during that time. And the way that I saw it, I'm like, I'm not going to waste my time talking to people that aren't going to budge with what they want to do. Like, it's just a waste of time for me.
Okay, so let's fast forward. Morgan just joined the jury. Jonah had just joined tonight, February 12th, March 12th. We had our Final Four immunity, Final Four recycling bin, and final immunity. We have Alex, Bruce, and Susie in the final 3, with Alex winning the final immunity challenge. Knowing that, is there like a clear...
You said he won the final immunity?
Alex won final immunity, yes.
When did this happen?
Right after Jonah left.
Oh, okay.
In your eyes, is there a clear person that you are rooting for, or if Alex is officially in the final 2, is Alex the person that you are going to vote for?
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it, he and I were pretty much at the bottom. We were pretty much in the exact same position the whole entire game. The only difference was when it was down to the final 6 and it was me and him that were the 2 outliers, per se. Or sitting ducks, like he put it. I was the one who's not being social. But Alex, knowing that he was at the bottom, he was still being as social as he can be. And playing from the bottom is something that I respect a lot. Like, you clearly got there, fighting your ass off from the bottom, from the beginning of Merge, unlike, let's say, Bruce, who's been, like I said, Bruce, and has had this whole group of people help him get to the end. And I mean, it's the same thing with Susie. I feel like Susie's just there, honestly. So yes, if I were to have to vote right now without hearing any speeches or anything, I'd be voting Alex.
Okay. Out of the final three, who would you prefer to be the final juror? Well, out of Susie or Bruce, basically.
Bruce. Because I like it was said in the jury chat. If Alex just wants an easy win, he'd take Susie. But if he wants to make it interesting, he'd take Bruce. But when it comes down as to the information that I know and how Bruce has treated Alex, I definitely see Bruce being the last pre-juror, or juror, I mean.
Okay. Let's talk about statistics in this game. I'm trying to. Okay. Yes. So you found one advantage, and it was to block a vote, and you've lasted. I don't know how many days because I didn't put it down. But anyways, we can skip that part.
How many votes I got? I lasted up until the last pre-merge vote out, where I got 3 votes cast against me, and then never got votes until I got voted out with 3 more. So I got 6 votes total.
Yes, you get 6 votes total. I don't know why this document is not updated because I remember writing that down. But anyways, you got 6 votes total, lasted 28 days in this game with I would say it was a correctly played advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know where you're going with it either.
But anyways, I just wanted to bring that up. One last question. To apologize. I wish I had my questions, but I don't. So viewers, if you're watching this, I do apologize if it's not a detailed conversation between Marvyn and I. Anywho, we're gonna have future seasons of Inferno. You're now an alumni who's played Inferno. What would you give as far as an advice or a tip to a future player who wants to play?
Play your own game. Don't follow, don't be following blindly. Just be yourself. Call people's bullshit out if you need to. Don't be scared. Like, let's be real. Look at me. They thought I had an idol, apparently, all the way till Final 6. That's why it took them so long to get me out. But yeah, just be yourself. Play your game how you want to. Just don't regret it.
All right, and there we have it. There we have it, everyone. Marvyn, our 6th member of the jury.
6th member of the jury, 6th place, 6 votes total casted against him,
and 13th person voted out of Inferno. I almost said Ascendants once again, but yeah, good night, everyone. Thank you for watching.